Russia-US ties at stake as Kremlin warns Trump against new attacks on Iran. Russian Foreign Ministry calls US threats to back regime change categorically unacceptable. Moscow stresses that using unrest as a pretext for aggression would devastate the Middle East. The Russian Foreign Ministry has condemned what it described as subversive external interference in Iran's internal politics. Those who plan to use externally inspired unrest as a pretext for repeating the aggression against Iran committed in June 2025 must be aware of the disastrous consequences of such actions for the situation in the Middle East and global international security. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump urged Iranian citizens to continue protesting against the theocratic regime. Trump said all meetings with Iranian officials are canceled until the senseless killing of protesters stops. The nationwide demonstrations, now in their third week, have reportedly left over 2,000 people dead. Reports indicate Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei personally ordered the use of live fire against demonstrators. Russia has supplied Tehran with helicopters, armored vehicles, and transport aircraft in case unrest escalates into armed conflict. But Moscow is unlikely to commit troops on the ground, instead studying Iran's crackdown to avoid repeating past mistakes. The Kremlin is closely analyzing Iran's use of force and internet restrictions as part of its strategic learning. Photographs show Russian Spartak armored vehicles and Mi-28 attack helicopters arriving to support Iran's security forces. Experts note this equipment is designed for armed insurgency, not the current street-level protests. From the beginning, the protests became radicalized, with demonstrators attacking police, setting fire to government buildings, and throwing Molotov cocktails. Russia's support illustrates careful strategic backing without direct engagement, learning lessons from Venezuela, Syria, and past Iranian unrest.
Iran is going dark again. As streets erupt in protest and anger spreads across cities, the regime is tightening its grip on information. The internet is being cut. Phone networks are throttled. And now, the battle has moved to space. With state controls choking Iran's digital lifelines, protesters are turning to an unlikely tool. Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet system has become a last remaining window to the outside world. Through it, Iranians are uploading raw videos of nightly demonstrations and violent crackdowns, images that would otherwise never leave the country. But Tehran is fighting back. Iran is now tracking down protesters using Starlink. This comes hours after Iranian authorities intensified efforts to jam Starlink signals, treating the technology as a battlefield threat. According to digital rights experts, the interference is most severe in protest hotspots. Disruptions spike at night, precisely when demonstrators gather in large numbers. It's electronic warfare, says Amir Rashidi of the Meon Group, a US-based nonprofit tracking censorship. He says the regime is actively hunting Starlink users, confiscating satellite dishes and tracking signals. Over the weekend, security forces began door-to-door searches in western Tehran. Starlink terminals are illegal in Iran. Anyone caught with one faces arrest, interrogation, or worse. That has forced users into extreme secrecy. One Tehran resident, speaking to Wall Street Journal via a crackling Starlink connection, said he uploads videos taken by relatives. He then sends them to trusted contacts abroad, who publish them on social media. He says people with Starlink never reveal who they are or where they operate from. This information war comes as Iran shuts down most internet access for its 90 million citizens. The blackout followed mass protests triggered by a devastating economic crisis. Demonstrators are now openly chanting for the end of the regime. Phone calls are failing. Text messages are delayed or blocked. Only government institutions and regime loyalists retain full access. Diplomats say those users are registered on a government whitelist of approved internet addresses. State media continues to broadcast uninterrupted. Independent voices remain silenced. In official messages sent Sunday, authorities urged citizens to trust only state-linked outlets. One text promoted the Mehr news agency tied to security services. Another called people to join a pro-regime rally at Tehran University. The message accused the United States and Israel of fueling unrest. It urged public loyalty as protests spread to dozens of cities. Meanwhile, Starlink dishes are being smuggled into Iran at great risk. Some arrived by boat from Dubai. Others crossed land borders through Iraqi Kurdistan. They began appearing